Good morning everyone. This is Shiva from Montessori Group of Schools. I am a biology teacher and I am going to explain about cell and its structure. Children, in this video we are going to learn about what is the meaning of cell, what are the contents of the cell and what is the function of cell. Before learning about the structure function of the cell, we should know what is the meaning of cell. So, can you answer what is the meaning of a cell? Already you learned in your 8th class. A cell is nothing but it is our structural and functional unit of our body. If I ask you a question, with what our body is made up of? You may answer that our body is made up of a small units called a cell. So, cell is nothing but a small unit. If you take our human body or plant body, our body is made up of very small units, and what you call those units as nothing but as a cell. And a cell should perform these functions. What functions it will perform, you know? It has to perform the function like respiration. A cell should undergo respiration, and a cell should undergo reproduction. A cell should undergo division. A cell should should perform the function like growth. So, it has to respire and even it has to take the nutrients. So, a cell has to take the nutrients, it has to undergo the function like respiration, reproduction, division and the growth. So, if a cell is, if any thing is performing all these functions, that can be called as a what? A cell. And in this video we are going to learn about that is a plant cell and animal cell. See, in the 9th class first chapter you are going to learn about the cell, its structure and function, and in this, so we are going to learn how a plant cell is going to be, how an animal cell is going to be, and what are the things present in both plant and animal cells, and what are the difference between plant and animal cells. So, in the coming videos we are going to learn about what are the contents of the cell. So, what are the contents of the cell is nothing but nucleus, ribosomes, plastids, lysosomes, Golgi complex, vacuole, plasma membrane, next cell wall, etc. So, in the coming classes we are going to discuss what are the contents of the cell, and basically we call all these things as a name is given for them. Those are called cell organelles. Those are called cell organelles. See, we are in the chapter that is cell, its structure and functions, and in this module we are going to learn what is the meaning of a cell. Introduction, this is an introduction video. We are going to learn what is the meaning of the cell, and in the coming classes we are going to learn about what are the contents of the cell and what are the functions of the cell and the major difference between plant cell and animal cell. So, cell is nothing but, so what is the meaning of a cell then? See, cell is nothing but the structural and functional unit. If I ask you a question, with what our human body is made up of, with what all the animal bodies are made up of, or with what the plant bodies are made up of, you may answer that all the living organisms in this universe, they are made up of small particles. Those small particles are nothing but called as a cell. If you take our hand, in this hand itself innumerable cells will be there. So, all these cells, so what do you call the group of cells as? So, in the next chapters we will learn that. So, that is a group of cells is nothing but called as tissues. So, what is the meaning of a cell? Cell is structural and functional unit of our body. Our entire body is made up of what? Cells. Plant body is made up of what? Cells. Then what do the cell contains? So, cell contains things like, or cell organelles like nucleus, ribosomes, plastids, lysosomes, Golgi complex, cell wall, vacuole, plasma membrane, and what we call collectively together as, these all are called as cell organelles. These all are called as cell organelles, and so what, and we are going to learn what is the difference between a plant cell and what is the difference between an animal cell, and what are the common things between plant cell and animal cell. So, as a plant cell can perform its own functions like preparing the food materials, it is nothing but it is called as a autotrophic cell, and as all animals will depend on these plants, we call them as heterotrophic cell or heterotrophs. So, and cell should and every cell will undergo or will perform different functions, like it requires nutrients for growth, it has to undergo respiration, it has to undergo what? Reproduction. That is nothing but reproduction is nothing but a cell division. It has to undergo growth. So, if all that means every cell should perform these functions like respiration or reproduction, next the division or growth, etc. So, if all these things are there, we call it as cell, and so in the next video we are going to learn how a plant cell will be and how an animal cell will be, what are the difference between plant cell and animal cell, and individually we have discussed what is the nucleus, who discovered the nucleus, and what are the functions of nucleus, ribosomes, plastids, lysosomes, Golgi complex, vacuole, plasma membrane, cell wall, etc. So, in the next video we are going to learn about all these things. Yeah, I want to give a small assignment for you, that is what is the cell and what are the different functions of a cell. And another question, so you try to find who discovered the cell, the first cell. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.